Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10 Modded Minecraft, where last time we were working on stuff for the All the Mod star using occultism. Occultism? No. Was not occultism. Occultism was the one before that. But last time we were doing Ender's Catalysm, where we got the Abyssal Sacrifice and had so many issues with temples not spawning properly. But we got there in the end, so that's all that matters. Now we're going to be working on the Socotra Dragon Sapling from Productive Trees. So that's why we were starting over there at the barn, because what I've done is I didn't extend the platform, I went down. So I made a box underneath. Well, it's more like I just made a box instead of a platform. But yeah, I've got that little area down there, and if we drop on down, I made it so that we can just walk in through here, because, if I ever end up, dying and not being able to fly or to use certain things, having walkability in your bases is actually something you should really plan for. So, got these stairs on down into here, where we are going to be putting all our trees. I'm hoping it's tall enough. I think it will be. But we do have no lights in here. Yet, if we look with the light overlay enabled, we have perfect lighting. And that is because I knew we were going to be underground / underwater. So I got the glowing glass from Zycraft. It's pretty easy. It's just glass and glowstone mixed together. And then right here, I actually have glowstone camouflaged as grass. So in the center here, hopefully we won't need to use those 4 spots. But yeah. Oh, hey there, Bruce. Having fun over there in the kelp? But either way, to even get started in Productive Trees, which here it is, we're going to need the Big Book of Trees. How do we get the Big Book of Trees? Well, we need a book and some sawdust. How do we get sawdust? From a sawmill. So even to get into this, we actually have to get into this. So a sawmill is a stone cutter, some wood, and some iron. Pretty easy. Sawmill. And for now, we'll just put this by the entrance. Alright. Okay. So we should be able to just throw any type of wood in here and get it. So, log. Let's take some spruce and choppy. Oh, this takes a minute. And there we go. We got some sawdust. Now I'm gonna let this just keep ticking up and up and up and letting it do its thing. But it looks like there are gonna be some speed upgrades. Either way, we need a book. And there we go. Some sawdust. Big Book of Trees. It's a guide. 1, 2, tree. Getting started. Put one tree next to another tree near some bees, profit. Put one tree next to another tree near some bees, profit. The hive can be simulated and range upgrades increase the working area by 2 blocks per upgrade. Base range is 4. Please note that this mod is in beta and not feature complete, specific of the gross feature of the trees. The better spot which leaves have been pollinated. Huh. This sounds like it might actually be like Productive Trees might be by the same mod or author as Productive Bees. That's interesting. That's actually pretty neat. Stuff in the mod, pollen. Oh, it actually is. Install an advanced beehive from Productive Bees to have bees collect pollen from nearby trees. That's interesting. Index. Okay. So literally just put a tree next to another tree with some bees. Huh. Well, we are looking for a Socotra dragon sapling, which is coming from a Weng and a Cocobolo. Let's start down the Weng. Weng, oh well, it's a good thing we're starting down here, because we're also going to need the Cocobolo for the Balsa. And Balsa is an Acacia and a Teak. A Teak is a jungle and a dark oak. Okay, so dark oak saplings and a jungle. Now, that should be fine. Now, I don't... Oh, I've placed it in the wrong spot. Now, the dark oak won't grow because it needs to have a 2x2 base, but if I put down the jungle, it will. But I do need to grab some bees real quick. Alrighty, there we go. We got some bees, got a simulation upgrade, as well as some speedies. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to be using this, but I just kind of put all that in just to be safe. I also put down some feeding slabs. So, we do this, and this, and hopefully put one tree next to another tree near some bees. Profit. The hive can be simulated, and range upgrades increase the work area by 2 blocks per upgrade. Base range is 4. So, do we need to bone meal it, or does it need to grow naturally? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, there we go. We've got a dark oak tree and a jungle tree, and that should make a teak sapling, or a teak tree that's pollinated? Jungle leaves, jungle leaves. Those are jungle. Ooh, are you? Oh, no, those are just vines. How do we know what leaves have been pollinated? Okay, so this is weird. I took some of the leaves from both trees and just brought them down here. And they've only been down for... Oop, why was I flying? Oh, fine. They've only been down for just a couple seconds, and this has already turned into a pollinated leaf. Now, can I pick this up? Ooh, lag. Oh, I got a teak. That's cool. I got the sapling I was looking for, but none. Oh, the lag is strong today. 1 second. Okay, I closed a couple things in the background, and I think the lag has gotten better. But yeah, now these leaves have pollinated, and these only have been down for just a couple seconds, and they worked, but none of these that I can see have pollinated. I thought the tree itself needed to be within 4 blocks, and not the leaves. Well, let's see. What did you... Okay, I am getting the saplings, which is nice. So, we now have 3 teak saplings. Can I use these in botany pots? I can. Oh, and it actually gives me teak leaves. Okay, so that's actually very helpful. I know I'm generating wood somewhere else. Am I still generating wood? Or am I using essence for logs? I think these are on generation, but these aren't. These are just as needed. All this is because of the colony. Um, but yeah, I think I'll do a bunch of botany pots down here with the trees in them. And hopefully I get the leaves. But I guess... Oh, is this not going to pollinate? Because now there's not a dark oak next to it? Hang on. Gimme. Okay, I've been staring at these for a minute now, and they've still not changed. Watch it if I go just out of sight of them. They'll change. No, okay. I was hoping. But I guess we don't need these anymore. We need the balsa and the... Or no, we need the teak and the acacia, right? Teak and acacia. Pollination. Yeah, the teak and the acacia give us the balsa, and then it was balsa. This one is balsa and dark oak to get the chocobolo, and then it was the chocobolo and the balsa to get the wenge, and then it was the wenge and the chocobolo. Okay. Even while looking all that up, they still haven't changed. You don't make sense. You don't make sense. But I guess I will tear these trees down real quick and then go from there. Oh, also, as a side note, I do have Supremium shears, but for whatever reason, the jungle leaves don't drop with my Supremium shears. Just regular shears. That's why I have these regular shears. Makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. Well, I've just hit a little snag. I was going to put all the trees, all the different type of trees, in some botany pots. You know, just on the sides. That way, you know, I'd have them all generating. But this one is made out of mineral logs. As you can see, I actually did each one to what there are. So oak, dark oak, birch, spruce, jungle, acacia, mangrove, and this one was mineral. So I put everything in. I made all the premium hose I'm gonna need, all the farmland, and then I placed the mineral in. Nothing happens. It doesn't show it growing like the other ones are. All of these are showing they're growing. This one's not. So I'm like, okay, well, why? And you look, it won't allow you to grow it in a botany pot. And it's the same with these ones. So integrated dynamics, and it seems like, oh, the biomes we've gone, those trees do not work in botany pots. I don't know if that's just a mix-up, like they're supposed to, and it just wasn't integrated, or intentional. I don't know. So all these saplings that I have, I am generating mineral stuff because I do have mineral essence, or not men, not man. Men, not ma'am. But yeah, I have mineral essence, so I could generate the stuff easy enough, but I was kind of trying to get all of them. And now I can't, and I'm sad. So these ones, kind of like those guys up there, might have to be in a different fashion. Although I think I can get those ones down here too. Oh, no. The archwood saplings can't be put into here. They can't be put in botany pots either. Did I remember that, or do I not remember that? I may have already figured that out at one point and just forgot, and that's why I did what I did up here. But I guess I got 4 new guys to actually put up there, so yay. Let's put these in my bag so far. And I will continue on with, well, productive trees. So with the teak, we were going to need the teak and the acacia. Now, I do have acacias growing down here, but I'm not getting their leaves, even though it does say you can get the leaves through the botany pot, but it appears to be a very rare drop. Like, I've tick accelerated all of these, trying to get any leaves whatsoever, and I've got none. So, I am going to have to grow these ones, and then just shear them down, and I guess, actually, I need to redo this one. Gimme. Oh, shit, no. Okay, so bone meal. We take a little bit of bone meal, we grow you. We take a little bit of bone meal, we grow you. All right. And then, do you allow me to shear? Yes, okay. I was really hoping you would. Let's do that. And then, let's just... Whomp. Alright, give me a lot. And got him. So now let's do this. Can I do... Now I should be guaranteed. And now, as another test, these guys are here. But let's take away the trees. Are the trees necessary, or are just the tree leaves necessary? There was a quest. Oh, probably getting the teak log. Okay. Now I'm gonna sit here and wait for all these guys to see if they grow up, or transmog, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so not all of them have transmogged, a few of them haven't, but it does look like the trees aren't necessary, it's just the bees. So, let's go ahead and yoink. And there we go, balsa, nice. And I did figure out over here that the productive trees actually do give the leaves. I sped this one up just so I could get more of the logs and more saplings. And yeah, the leaves are just as common as the actual logs, whereas the saplings seem to not be. But moving on, we needed the balsa and the teak. No. The cocobello was dark oak. Dark oak. So, actually, do we have any more dark oak? Oh, we have plenty of dark oak leaves. All right. So, the cha-cha leaves can go away. There, you can go there. Cha-cha leaves. Those are cha-cha. So, balsa. Let's plant you. Bone meal, you're a very tall tree. And gimme. Yes, it does gimme. Okay, cool. Now we just yoink. Yoink those all down. And then boop. And boop. Now we just sit here and wait for these to transform as well. And it seems to be really dependent on these guys. So like when I use my time wand, we should see these actually pollinate very quickly. Well, I just let it run through a whole usage of the time wand, and the dark oak leaves didn't pollinate very quickly, but the balsa leaves did. So weird. I don't quite understand that. I think the vanilla ones take like much longer to pollinate than the productive trees, because I mean that's the whole gimmick of the productive trees is to cross pollinate. But you know, it is what it is. Take those, and there we go. We got the Cocobolo. And I just tried to plant this on one of my glowstones. Boop. And then the Cocobolo and the Balsa, right? So Cocobolo, let's put you away. You away. You bone meal it up. I have a feeling. What the heck? How'd I miss you? I have a feeling the Cocobolo is going to be like the Dark Oak, where it needs a 2x2. No, configuration is 1x1. Does it just not like bone meal? Or is this a super, super tall one? Let me take this outside real quick. Okay, over here where these guys are, and don't worry about that. 1x1. That's a super tall tree. That's a very super tall tree. Oh, and it's gone. Glad I grabbed the leaves before it had a chance to take them. They should have gone... Coco... No. Coco... Yeah, Cocobolo. Log. I have no idea where those went. Huh. It may have voided them. Do I have a filter? Ah, I do have a filter. So only those aren't getting voided. Everything else is getting voided. So that Cocobolo just went bye-bye. But yep, this is a very tall tree, so I'm going to have to plant this somewhere else. But I was able to get the leaves. So it was the Cocobolo and the Balsa to get the Wenge. So Cocobolo, Balsa, and hopefully these cross-pollinate. Okay, so yeah, these pollinated already, but I have noticed that, say, you have, these two are supposed to cross-pollinate, and this one pollinates, but this one doesn't. It's because it can no longer cross-pollinate because it doesn't see another Cocobolo. So it'll be like, if these two were right here, and then this one pollinated, these two would stay Cocobolos, even though this one changed. So, yeah. That's interesting. I wish there was a way we could do this a little bit better. Maybe, like, put them on the edge of this radius, so it's got a 4-block radius. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we were to put like the two different types here and then the two types again here, these two will never change, but then these two would because they see the other two types. It's interesting, but we got what we needed, which was the Wenge. So let's... I need just a chest real quick. Actually, do I have a barrel? Okay. So, now, is this gonna be... It's another 1x1, but is it a super tall guy? It's a tall guy, but it's not super tall. That's nice. And then... Silky. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting look. Wenge. Wenge. Balsa, 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 balsa. And then bees. Alright, that did very quickly, and just like I said before, there are 2 balsas left. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a hiccup, and I think if there... That's not what? What? Hang on. Did I just make something I didn't want to make? Hang on, I'm confused. Oh, it would... I did make something I didn't mean to make, but... I am dumb! Wenge and Coco Bolo. Coco Bolo. I do still have Wenge. But hey, I got a new tree. That's nice. That's nice. It just means different kind of decoration. But oh, turn my armor off. Wenge and Coco Bolo. And Speedy Speed. Oh, this is pollinated. Cocoa, pollinated, cocoa, pollinated, cocoa, pollinated. Oh, wow, it turned the wenge leaves very quickly to the point where there's now no more of the others. Alright, okay, that's interesting. But there we go. Socotra Dragon Sapling. That is the last piece we needed for the Dragon Soul. I say it's the last piece, but it's not. We're still waiting on the update where Chain of Souls goes away. But we got the Socotra. So we'll just pop this bad boy right in here with the rest of it. And that's about it for the Dragon Soul. We got the Dragon Soul. We've got the Wither Compass. We've got the Creative Essence. We've got the Dimensional Seed. Now we need to start working on something else, which is going to be fun. But I need to check the video time and do a little clean up and off-screen stuff. So, oops, spoilers. So, I'll be right back. Well, that's all we have time for today. Seems like I didn't think this episode was as actually long as it is, because this seemed to go by very quickly, but I guess it was 30 minutes long. But next time we're going to be looking at a different mod, maybe one of the ones we haven't played with before. I've played with Forbidden Arcanus, but not like too much, so I'm thinking I might go there to get the Eternal Stella and the Smelter Prism. Those seem interesting to me, just like off the bat. So, I just want to say thank you all for watching. I've been Dorkman191, and this has been All the Trees. Bye, y'all.